A big story still today, and President Trump is now also backing off the plan to shut down the southern border. But he's now threatening instead to pose auto tariffs on Mexico over the border crisis.
We're going to give him a one-year warning, and if the drugs don't stop or largely stop, we're going to put tariffs on Mexico and products, in particular cars. The whole ball game is cars. And if that doesn't stop the drugs, we close the border.
Tori Whiting is a trade economist at the Heritage Foundation. What do you make of the president's new stance on Mexico?
Well, here's the thing, Cheryl. We know at the Heritage Foundation that tariffs are taxes. We've been saying this for 40 years, and that's not going to change now. Auto tariffs could increase the price of cars for Americans by thousands of dollars.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking 25% is the threat here. And also, you know, there's a big discussion about USMCA. If he were to impose these tariffs, that would violate the terms, and I guess the word is nullify USMCA. Isn't that the case? And isn't that a dangerous move by the administration?
Well, it shows that the administration isn't really acting in good faith, and what you're alluding to is actually a side agreement to the USMCA that's already in effect. So the U.S. said, hey, Mexico, we will not be imposing auto tariffs on you, and to lose that sign of good faith, that's problematic for the future of the USMCA, I think.
Yeah, and certainly it's an economic story. First off, the impact on the economy. We've heard many, including Senator Ted Cruz, say the impact of the economy in Texas would be devastating if he were to close the border. So maybe this is good news on that front. But then the longer-term story is Mexico, do you think, willing to bargain in good faith to stop the flow of migration, which has actually, as we saw earlier in the show, gotten more intense, and there's a much larger number now coming through the southern border?
Well, here's the thing. It's ridiculous that we're in this point with immigration right now because Congress has failed to fix our immigration program. And really what we're talking about here in this context is trade, and we need to be focusing on making sure that trade is as free as possible between the United States and Mexico, and threatening tariffs is not the best way to get there.
The one thing, though, I will say, Tori, though, is that, you know, this is a president that does not shy away from threats, whether it's China, whether it's the Europeans. He walked away from North Korea. You know, I wonder if this strategy may, in the end, be effective against Mexico and its president.
Well, what I know about when we threaten tariffs or we impose tariffs is that it causes uncertainty in the market. And our manufacturers don't need that uncertainty. They need to know that their investments for the future are going to be safe because their costs and their anticipations for costs are accurate.
Tori Whiting, there's a lot at stake. We'll know more today. Tori, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Cheryl.